Our exhibit focuses on an extraordinary animal, a species of crow from the islands of New Caledonia in the South Pacific. This bird looks just like most other crows, like your carrion crows and rooks here, but it uses tools in the wild. It makes tools from twigs and from the edge of leaves on plants. We're interested in their intelligence. Is this tool use a reflection of a particularly high intelligence, or is it an evolved behaviour like making nests, which is nothing particularly special? And we do this by setting them problems to solve, novel tasks where they have to make a new tool or select the tool for this task, something which they couldn't have evolved to do.
And probably the most famous experiment to date, which was done with these crows, was a hook experiment conducted with Betty and Abel, the captive New Caledonian crows kept at Oxford. The task was to remove food from a tube using a hook. The two crows were presented with a straight wire and a hooked wire. The first crow, Abel, actually did take the hooked wire and tried to remove the food, but with the straight end, and then flew off with the wire. And then Betty actually bent the straight wire into a hook and removed the food from the tube, which is something the experimenters actually hadn't anticipated initially. And further experiments went on to sort of probe into how much of this behavior she actually understood.
The interesting thing is that they obviously didn't have wire in the wild, so it wasn't anything that she'd ever seen before.
Tool use is one of the most distinguishing features of humans compared with other animals. What is it about their brains that lets these birds use tools when most birds don't? And because we think that these crows are quite similar to other crows, by comparing their brains, we hope to work out what aspects of their brains allow them to use and make tools when other crows don't.
Human primates and humans are considered intelligent, and there are a lot of hypotheses flying around as to why intelligence involved specifically in these groups. So if we're looking at a distantly related group like birds, and we find a certain sort of comparable intelligence, it's interesting to find an intelligence in a completely unrelated group and to look at the ecological context in which intelligence possibly could have evolved.